welcome you guys. We're here at MidSummer Scream 2023. We're gonna be doing today exploring the vendors that they have, photo ops as well, and then the panels for all of their Halloween season. Today it's gonna be for both Not Scary Farm and then Six Flags Fright Fest as well. That's gonna be going on later in the afternoon as well. Hope you guys can join me. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I also want to give a huge shout out to MidSummer Scream for definitely giving me the opportunity and chance for being here. For this year I got the gold badge. It definitely came in handy, not only because you get priority access 1 hour early before general admission, but also you could do the VIP experience for both the panels and then the photo ops and then little haunted housing mazes that they have down over here in MidSummer Scream. So definitely a huge shout out for MidSummer Scream for definitely hosting this huge event, you guys.
But a spectre, tossed to wander these hallowed grounds, eternally bound to ward others of the horrors that await. Listen to my words, for I am the voice of countless lost souls who have met their doom within these walls. The darkness will twist your mind, feed upon your fears, and bring the very essence of the
Very hard middle that live. And John Cook's gonna be there, like it's gonna be reach out to them, tell them because they know.
Tell them to Festus and you brought Tim too, and I remember at home. That's like the lamp from that movie.
Halloween party type of event in Ghost Town, complete with spooky characters, live entertainment, and thrilling frights for 2 chilling nights. Halloween Haunt was born and would go on to forge a proud legacy, becoming an annual tradition for multiple generations of Knott's fans. Every theme park Halloween event every street monster or slider can trace their roots back to where it all began. 50 years ago, Not Scary Farm in Buena Park, California. Please, welcome to the stage, Not Scary Farm historian and themed entertainment writer and director, Ted Doherty.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. Oh my gosh. Well, my name is Ted Doherty, and I'm a writer, producer, and director for large-scale Halloween theme park attractions and events, and that allows me to work with companies like Not Scary Farm, especially this season, which we'll get into later. But my roots are at Not Scary Farm. I worked there several years as one of the slider monsters in the Ghost Town Scare Zone. Yes! I love every single second of it. But nowadays I write and direct and help create the nightmares behind these different attractions. But I'm also a historian. I wrote the book on the history of Not Scary Farm that was released back in 2012 in conjunction with the 40th anniversary. So I know a thing or two about this event. It's very near and dear to my heart, which is why it's such a huge honor for me to be here with you. To help, yes, to help kick things off for the gold 50th anniversary of Not Scary Farm. So today we're going to celebrate some of the past highlights of Not Scary Farm, show how we got to where we are today, and share some fun stories. And yes, we're going to share some tidbits as to what folks might expect to experience this season. But no full spoilers, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But don't worry, we've got plenty of surprises to share with you today to get you even more excited about the upcoming season. Now, obviously, we're all fellow fans here of Not Scary Farm, but perhaps you might not be as familiar as to what the event was like before you started going, unless you've been attending the entire time. Anybody go to year one? 1, 2 people. All right, awesome. Well, for the rest of us, you might be a little curious as to what the event was like before you started going. So to kick things off today, we're going to give Store and Museum. Yes. This is not just going to be taking a souvenir off of a shelf. This is a fully immersive retail experience. Just so you can kind of get an idea of the scope of this, this is going to be located in the Emporium over at the California Marketplace, just outside the main entrance of Knott's Berry Farm. And during the day, that's how you'll be able to go inside the store. So you don't have to be inside the park during the day to visit the store. However, at nighttime during Not Scary Farm hours, the only access will be from inside the park through a rear entrance that we'll talk a little bit about it. So you want to walk them through some of what we're going to be doing.
So we approached this experience. Ken brought us in to help out with this experience, and we really truly approached it like we would do one of our maze attractions. So it's a really deep dive into scenic production. It's very high quality sets. A lot of scenic lighting, everything to really create this immersive experience. And as we're going to see here, we're going to take a couple nods from our old favorites. You know, we had a thing in production when I was working, speaking when I was in props. We'd always take these pictures on the pumpkin stairs. It was like a really cool photo op. So we said, let's turn that into a photo op for the guests to be able to come and do as well. So as you journey through this experience, you're going to visit many different old maze influences as well as scare zones. But there's also going to be lots of awesome fun photo ops throughout it as well.
And here we're looking at a cemetery portion, and again, more nods to various themes of Not Scary Farm's past throughout all of it.
Yeah, like with our maze approaches, I always like to think of them as an adventure that you're going through, so that's what we did here as well. As you're going through the store, it could be a non-linear experience to where you can venture off into different elements.
And here's kind of the focal point, or what we're calling the rotunda, the focal point of the store.
Yeah, this is the heart. This is the heart of the entire space. This is kind of a theme that you'll kind of see throughout the event this year. As they make future announcements, you're going to see this kind of theme reoccurring, and it's something that we wanted to do, as Ken was speaking to earlier. This connectivity through the entire event, and this is kind of the central hub of that, where everything is going to be built off of.
Yes, we're very, very excited. Different themes, but we were kind of looking at trying to do something that had a little more narrative cohesion, because when you have parts of past attractions all jammed together in one location with themes that don't really have to do with each other, well, we needed to find a way to pull that together. So John, Ken, and I, as we were kind of developing this, thought, well, what if we had some sort of host who could help pull that together, who could inform the guests as to what they're seeing when they're going through this thing. That way, for people who never went through the original attractions, well, now they're at least informed. And so we kind of like that idea. We certainly appreciate the important symbolism between Seymour and the birth of Knott's Scary Farm. But in talking with Diane and Valerie, I mean, none of us on this stage were interested in recasting, because there's never going to be another Larry Vincent Seymour. But we thought, well, since this attraction is about tributes in general, we thought, well, what if we created our own tribute to Seymour as a new character inspired by Seymour, who could stand on its own as a creepy, scary icon that would read to a modern audience who has no idea who Seymour was. But if you know who Seymour is, you would see that connection. And so what if we leaned more toward the sinister side of Seymour, more toward the macabre side of Seymour? And well, what we came up with for this host is a new character we have named the Keeper. Yes. And the Keeper watches over the past haunts of Knott's Scary Farm, keeps them locked up and stored away within the confines of what this attraction is. You'll find out about that attraction later on, but for now, with a few very important words, it's our pleasure to introduce to you, for the first time ever, live and in person, the Keeper.
Hiya, friendsies. I'm here to tell you about a spine-tingling event at Knott's Berry Farm, Thursday, August 24th. That's right. This opportunity gives you a sneak peek at the horror that waits for you at the 50th anniversary of Knott's Scary Farm. New blood-curdling mazes, sinister scare zones, and ghoulish shows here for you that night. And listen here, friendies. Tickets go on sale. Wait for it.
Today.
Wait for it. Monday morning at 10 a.m. exclusively at Knott's.com. Of course. But listen, I know you Scary Farm fanatics like a little trick or treat, don't you? What do you think if I have a sneak peek for you of the 50th anniversary of Knott's Scary Farm? Shall we peel back the veil? Yes. Unearth some footage? Maybe even creak open a casket door?
What's up, Chris?
Shall we? Then maestro, if you please.
Greetings and salutations from Knott's Scary Farm, where we're celebrating 50 years of never-ending nightmares. And not with a slice of cake, no, with 10 frightening mazes, 5 sinister scare zones, 4 hair-raising shows, plus so much more that we're dying to tell you about. Why don't you join us for a kickoff announcement event celebration by Little Creepies on Thursday, August 24th at 7 p.m. your nightmares yet? Nightly event tickets and packages are available now at notscaryfarm.com.
Let's go.
What do you think about that, you movie-goers? For now, head over to the MidSummer Scream Not Scary Farm booth for an unfriendly meet and greet with me and some of my rotten fiends. We're dying to meet you, fringies. Until then, good riddance and bad night.
Thanks, everybody. We're going to be over at the MidSummer Scream Not Scary Farm booth. Halloween. Have a good...
Alrighty guys, we're done here for today, for day number 2 of MidSummer Scream. We experienced a lot of things. We did a little bit of a walk around with the vendors as well, what they have to offer, what they're selling as well. We also did a little bit of a walking through the haunted houses and mazes as well, you guys. And we actually did get to see as well the panel for Not Scary Farm for today. They released a lot of information for this year for Scary Farm. They're going hard. They're going all hands on deck with their Halloween season. So if you're a Scary Farm fanatic, and they just announced that they're going to be doing a sneak preview for their Scary Farm before their official opening date. That preview is going to be going on August the 20th, if I'm correct. Tickets do go on sale this upcoming Monday morning. So definitely get your tickets ASAP for that preview for Not Scary Farm. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me on today's vlog. We are going to be back here tomorrow morning as well to finish out the event. Tomorrow is going to be pretty much the same thing. And we're also gonna be doing the panel for Halloween Horror Nights for Universal Studios Hollywood, which is my favorite one as well, you guys. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining me on my vlog. Remember, smash the like button, you guys. If you're new, subscribe as well, and let's get this Halloween season started. Alright, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Good morning, guys. Welcome. This is day number 3, final day of MidSummer Scream. Today we're gonna be doing the Halloween Horror Nights panel for Universal Studios Hollywood. We're also gonna be walking around, checking out the vendors as well to see what new items and merchandise do they have as well, you guys. So go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, you guys, and let's get this final day of MidSummer Scream day.
We were redoing his office, doing tile work, and I was there for like 2.5 months maybe. Dude, she was making breakfast for us every single morning, dude. And he was like,
but after you left,
and you were like, sold! Oh, but he even said, he was like, man, I don't have this in a lot. She's a good
Are you gonna do the bailiff?
Yeah.
Here we are, at the bitter end of our weekend of ghoulish holidays. And as you can see, we've saved one of the biggest treats for last. Universal Studios Hollywood's Halloween Horror Nights. Will there be shows and plays? Oh yes. Will there be a glimpse of things to come this Halloween? Of course. Will there be a major reveal? You can bet your life on it. Here's the man with the sinister plan. All the way from Ireland, please welcome John Murdy.
I should have filmed that for my kids. Let me start with this, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For anybody who does what we do with Halloween Horror Nights, everybody who works on this event, all the talented men and women, if there's one thing we know is that we are extremely lucky and extremely privileged to be able to do what we do and create what we create for all of you, because without you, I would probably be operating a puppet show somewhere in Dublin, you know, on Grafton Street. Everything we do, all the passion and the work we put into this event, it's all for you guys. So thank you for all your support, year after year after year, after year 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 after year. This is 17 years for me now. 18 if you count 2020, which I do. We built it. Let's see. You know this, right? By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. How about an announcement right out of the gate? I have to ask you guys, did we announce anything when I was in the air? Because I was on a plane flight for like 11 hours. Did anything happen Friday?
Maybe.
3 mazes on the same day? How about another one?
Oh.
But first, a history lesson. We've had a long history of creating original Latin American themed horror content at Halloween Horror Nights, right? It essentially goes all the way back to 2010. That was the first year we did La Llorona as a scare zone. And then, of course, we had the La Llorona mazes 2011, 2012, 2013. We teamed up with Danny Trejo to do El Cucuy. And then kind of the second phase began. We started working with Latin American film directors. It started with Robert Rodriguez on his TV series From Dusk Till Dawn. And then Guillermo del Toro, doing Crimson Peak. And then 7 years. 7 years went by where we didn't really do that. You know, we moved on to other things. We started doing other opportunities. And then coming out of 2021, I noticed the plaza, the Universal Plaza, the way we themed that around Day of the Dead. And I noticed everybody inside it, and my brain, something in my brain just clicked that year, and I went, we gotta get back to this. This is what we should be doing. And so, last year, we brought back La Llorona. La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. So it feels like it's time for something else. The legends and myths of Latin America at Halloween Horror Nights continues with Monstros, the monsters of Latin America. If you can pronounce this name. Anybody? Tlalhupuchi. Tlalhupuchi. This is a character that comes from the Tlaxcala region of Mexico, and it's really interesting because it's a witch, but it's also a vampire. And with any of these Latin American myths and legends, you know, they're all passed down orally for hundreds of years. In fact, Tlalhupuchi, some people think the origins of the story go back to Aztec times. That's how old it is. But I'll give you the version that's the most common version, right? Because there are variations to the story. But in the most common version, anybody can be a Tlalhupuchi. Could be you, could be you, could be you. You don't know when you're a little kid that you're a Tlalhupuchi until you reach like puberty. That's a brand new Tlalhupuchi, just started feeding. The one you see in the red, that's a Tlalhupuchi that's been around for a while and has ingested a lot of blood. And I should say there are male Tlalhupuchis and there are female Tlalhupuchis. But we're going with the female Tlalhupuchis because they are stronger than the males. Girl dad. Our next monster is La Lechuza. Some of you were right on the internet. Some of you, I think they're doing La Lechuza. I have no idea how you got that, but you were right. La Lechuza, also known as the Owl Witch, okay? And this comes from all over Mexico, but it also comes from the southwestern United States, particularly Texas. And I'll give you again the most common iteration of this story. There's an old woman who lives in a village. And she's the kind of old woman that, you know, people whisper about, and people become convinced that she's a witch, so they put her to death. But she comes back as La Lechuza. So she's a combination old woman and a witch. And there's one particular thing the La Lechuza does that's extremely creepy. And again, you can go on the internet and read all about this. There's like endless Reddit pages about people's encounters with La Lechuzas. But one thing that it does is late at night, if you're in your house and you hear a baby crying, don't go outside. Because the La Lechuza can disguise its voice to sound like an infant crying. And then when you go out of the house to see what's going on, it swoops down and picks you up. Monstro fact. In 1975, a town in South Texas, and this is documented in the press, was terrorized by La Lechuza. People started seeing it, they saw it flying overhead, they started calling into their local radio stations. There's even actually a song written about this that was released called La Lechuza. We're not using it in the house. I bet you didn't figure this one out, right? Nobody? Okay. El Saban, which translates to the Whistler, is from the Los Llanos region of Colombia, Venezuela.
Alright guys, we just got a couple more announcements for Halloween Horror Nights. They did announce the haunted house that's located right next to Mel's Diner. That's gonna be kind of like pueblo de terror, mixed with Mexican cultures, kind of like La Llorona from last year, but it's gonna be featuring new monsters inside the haunted house. They also announced more. They also announced the scare zone that's gonna be right outside the haunted house as well. And they also announced the lineup of the monsters for where they can be roaming around outside in the plaza as well. So let me know your thoughts down below, you guys, on the comments down below, you guys. See what do you guys think about the announcement for Halloween Horror Nights as well. Comment down below, okay, guys? Alrighty, guys. It's about that time. We're pretty much done here for the last day at MidSummer Scream 2023. We did a little bit of everything today. I did get here a little bit earlier than yesterday. I did have the chance to explore more things. For today, I did get the chance to do a little bit of the haunted houses and little mazes that they have down in the Hollow Shadows, down in the second floor. It was pretty amazing. They put in amazing. MidSummer Scream does an amazing job. So I just want to give a huge thanks and a huge shout out to MidSummer Scream. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and chance for being here today and providing the amazing content, not only for myself but for the rest of you guys as well, so you guys can stay informed and then up to date for the current Halloween events that are going to be going on for 2023. Let me know down in the comments down below, you guys, if what are you guys' thoughts, opinions, what you guys are most excited about for this year's Halloween season 2023. Let me know in the comments down below, you guys. I would like to hear your opinions. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next